Once again, the no prior research done, what have I not crafted on MTG Arena Brawl Challenge? Does every single commander have a home? We're on black, so buckle up. It is... nope, no Ninja Turtles. That is a rule I am making for my own sanity. Oh, Eirdu? Eirdu, Carrier of Dawn, is uncrafted. Wow. Okay, the Eirdu deck is completed, at least for now. It has a lot of work to be done. It has very minimal removal, but we have somehow become a deck that can get this card out, make a big board of bodies using token creation, like Hanged Executioner, even Mage's Attendant is in here, Sanguine Evangelist, Toby Beastie Befriender, there's Ranger Captain and Ranger of Eos to get more stuff, there's Appa, like we've got a lot going on. Beza, Regal Caracal, Abhorrent Overlord, we've got ways to go wide using Eirdu to convoke out our creature spells, and then flip into the other side when we sack all these creatures with persist and they come back. If we're sacrificing them for benefit, lots of great stuff can happen. We have an Ultra Dementia for like a free sack outlet. We also have Witch's Oven. We have Cat Oven because Ranger Captain of Eos can help us put that together, as well as Enlightened Tutor. And we also have Umbral. Where'd you go, little buddy? Umbral Caller Zealot is, of course, one of the better sack outlets printed in a while, as well as plenty of tricks that we can do with Ephemerate, Cloud Shift, and the Rangers or the Evoke Elementals. So it's a black-white value blink go wide sacrifice deck that is in no way whatsoever pulled in too many directions. I guarantee it. We also, we do have some graveyard synergy. A card I just thought of that I really want is Alter. And this is, by the way, how I build Brawl all the time. I'm always trying to find more cards to go in my decks. Ashnod's Altar. This is a very old school card that is amazing in Commander and is probably underplayed in formats 1v1 like Brawl, where sacking a creature to make 2 colorless can make your deck go absolute brrr. So let's look forward to that. I do believe I have plenty of lands. So we're at 37, and I know I have at least 3 MDFCs. I have Rebirth, I have Witch Enchanter, I have Awakening, and I have Bogart Trawler, so I can cut 1 more land. I have so many cool lands that I get to play in this deck. It is teched out with sweet lands that do things. So, cutting a land is not easy for me by any stretch of the imagination. I hate to make it Mutavault, one of the best creature lands of all time, so I won't. But Westvale Abbey gets to play here. I've got Sosura Secundi in here, which is questionable, probably the most questionable land, but still something I want to try very, very much. We get to run the Great Irration City and the Dalkovian Enchantment. So many new lands from just the last couple weeks. I'm gonna actually, I'm not gonna cut Bajuka Bog and Brawl. I'm not going to cut Castle Lockway, and we barely draw cards ever. Yeah, guys, cut the last card. Cut 1 card challenge. It is not easy. I guess it's gonna be Beza? Dude, Beza's so good. Beza with Persist is so good. Whichever matchup you're in, they're in hell. All right, which of these is the worst? Cat Collector, done. Craft all. 1 mythic, here's a deck. Let's dive in and let the nonsense begin. Matchmaking could barely handle this. The bear. The hay to the bay. Can we handle the bear? Well, not with removal. I guess we got a Marauder, but I mean, it's a blink deck. We do have Cloud Shift Solitude, and we have Curious Farm Animals Rebirth. We have Cloud Shift Solitude, Malika Rebirth. Dude, if they were a creature deck, they would be destroyed, but they're not a creature deck. They also have plenty of land. I mean, it's a keep. It's definitely a keep. This is a wild hand. Do I just put this down? I think I'm going to open with Shadowy Backstreet. I'm going to get my Surveil. The problem is our opponent, like I said, not a creature deck. What is going on with the client today? Hello? This might be the laggiest connection I've ever seen. Is it me? I'm gonna go open a YouTube video. It might be me. It's very slow. Am I lagging? Phyrexian Tower. That is really explosive. Let's keep it. It's mana cheating. I think we do this. It is a problem for them. I mean, eating their shrines. We're gonna unleash the farm upon them. They're gonna play a solar transformer. It's a ramp card, but we can destroy it. Well, I like that. Just wish they'd play some creatures. You know, I should probably wait and kill the shrine. If they just play the bear, that's a pretty easy play to make. And we drew a very nice card for the situation, which is the Recruiter of the Guard. Man, this game is loud. What's going on here? Sorry about that. Take action. So what do we want? I mean, Witch Enchanter is also a great way to deal with stuff. We are down, I guess we have 4 mana if we sack the Recruiter of the Guard, which we can then get back. Honestly, this game is kind of wild. We could get Grief and attack their hand. I think we just want to be nuking shrines. And we want to be going wide. That's what we're not doing our best at right now. Power and toughness, 1 or less. Honestly, this Vesper Lark is insane too. Like, look at all that it works with. Opposition agent? I mean, that's nasty. Nasty. I choose nasty. So they'll probably run this out now, and then curious farm animals can kill the shrine they get. Never mind. How do I get pressure back on them? I guess I could just run out the agent after, like, time walking them. Or I could just hold it up and then Enlighten Tutor into... I mean, Witch's Oven ain't it? They're going for it. Because it's reveal, it's not search. I knew that. So Enlightened Tutor. Reoccurring Nightmare? It's not Reoccurring Nightmare, but you know what I mean. Farm animals? Crescent Temple. So monks? They have more creatures than me. I'm not amused. They probably have a wash away. Ah, I really had this and I wasted it because I did not remember how this card works. So this enters for each shrine you control, create a 1/1 red, and then they want to blink this, which we could interrupt with a Solitude Cloud Shift thing. This says sacrifice a non-token creature. It's a very interesting situation. And I am not sure what the right play is. Okay. I mean, now that the opposition agent doesn't do what I think it does, I think I'm supposed to let it die so that I have this to flicker. But this is also very good in the graveyard. Okay. Tough game. Interesting game. I definitely feel like a first-time pilot of my deck. I've been all over the place. The Oppo agent wasn't a good call. Even though they have this 5-color mana base, they don't have any fetches. Yeah, they just cast it again. Sure. See what they get. The Honden of Seeing wins. A little card draw and a monk. Okay. Do we light them up with Solitude? I think we light them up with Solitude. If we have to exile and lighten tutor, we end up with a 3/2 with lifelink. They end up with a lot of life. And then what? We play our commander, hope for the best. They have 2 shrines, they draw 2 cards. That seems really bad. That seems really bad. Okay. We need to get something going. Let's see what we got. Brushstroke, Nightmare. The Nightmare gets back the farm animals, and then maybe we can do that a few hundred times. I mean, I don't feel like I accomplished very much, to be real. Yeah, I don't like my line. I had so many good lines early in this game. I feel like I did none of them. I talked myself out of every single good line. So I am certainly blaming nobody but myself. Uh-huh. And we're at 18, and they probably still have, like, Wash Away. No white card to evoke the Solitude and then shift it. Ah! I don't know, man. I don't think I got it. I think I blew this game. Look how many cards I've spent and what they've spent. That's just because of their commander. Okay, they dissipated their mana. That's something. So, if I cast a Solitude, who thinks it's going to get countered? I think it's going to get countered. But I'm willing to wait. We go to 10. Get the planes. Try for it. Oh, nice. Okay. I mean, we gotta deal with the 4/4 sometime. And they didn't have a flicker either? Is this board wipes? They did show us a Wrath of God. That is a pretty good draw. It's a pretty good draw. This has flash. That's pretty cool. Sephiroth could sack the Solitude. That's not really what I want to do. I do want to get Solitude out. I mean, maybe I do want Solitude in the yard, but Cloud Shift is so good. Maybe I just want this on the field to have Cloud. Yeah, I think that's right. I think I just want this on the field. The other thing I could do, reinforce, sack the token, cast the Sephiroth, reinforce, sack token. Yeah, that's probably better. Sack the real one. So it's in the graveyard. I mean, I can't blink it now, but I don't plan to. Uh-oh, lag. The lag is back. Let's get that Sephiroth cooking. Altar. A lot could happen. They're gonna make mana. I hate that this is a 4/4 that I have to keep killing. It's giving them so much value. It is a board wipe. And I hate being right all the time. They probably have several of those. And now I'm the one ahead? Stupid. How does that happen? And they are mana short of their Forest Guardian. And I still have a Cloud Shift in my hand despite having an Evoke Elemental from turn 1 and a number of ETB triggers. I feel so stupid. Also, no creature to sack to the Nightmare. Okay, another enchantment. I've had Kriya's farm animals in the loop since early, but I can't grind them out. That is a bad draw. If I play it and play the Nightmare, I have exactly not enough. Exactly not enough to farm animal. I do want this on the field too. I need the cards. But next turn they go double Shrine. At that point, can I even win? If I play this, I'm pretty sure I get Wash Away'd. I'm not positive, but it seems like it. I don't have stuff to sacrifice to this, but if I play it, I can't play it on the backside. I have to flip it. It does feel like if I cast this, it's gonna die. So I also have the mana to get back Invasion Reinforcements. Anything here that stops this? The Solitude, if it were in the deck, would stop it. We finally get the Wash Away. Well, I did know it was there, just because they played it as obvious as you can play it. Now we have to see what double shrines they get. Maybe they run some bad ones. Probably not. Even the worst shrines are pretty good when you have other payoffs. And our opponents probably had a very nice game. They've gotten to do the thing as much as they want. At least this one has to wait. That's good. We still have a chance to deal with it if we can find a way to get back our farm animals. And we do get to look at some cards here. This deck should have Farewell, because every deck should have Farewell. Okay, that has to wait as well. So this is it. Big turn. We trigger Confidant. the land we've been waiting for, and Mother of Runes. This doesn't really do anything. Next turn, what do you get? That damage to any target? I guess the Cloud Shift might help. Creature spells have Convoke, and this is a black and this is a white. So frustrating. It's so close. I really think I blew this game into like 7 different ways. It left that up. Okay. Great choice. I'm just done. I don't want to watch them have their next turn. It's over. And that was a laggy game. I want out of that laggy game. Get me away from it. All right. Deck issues. Not enough creatures? That can't be right. That was a play issue. There were probably 20 ways I could have set that up better to keep creatures happening, and I didn't. There's 45 creatures, for God's sake. Yeah. I wonder about cards like Raise the Past, Rally the Ancestors, things that just bring a bunch of things back, especially the way we stock our graveyard and what this deck does. I might look into that more soon. I think my tutor picks were terrible. Also, not understanding my opponent's commander is embarrassing, to be honest. Young CGB would delete the whole video and never play this card again. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be so tilted. I mean, Phyrexian Tower, for all the things that went wrong, should be a very good card in the deck. Let's read our opponent's commander for a change. Power and toughness is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. This is Duretti Rocketeer Engineer, 5 mana. When Duretti enters or attacks, choose an artifact card in a graveyard. You may sack an artifact. If you do, return it. So graveyard hate good. Opposition agent against mono red. Unclear that that's any good. Apparent Overlord. Tolls of War, but we have no sack land, but we do have Phyrexian Tower. I really want to try the Tolls of War. It's one of the cards that, like, talks to me. There's no Dark Ritual in this deck. I'm the worst Brawl player I know. Easily the best turn 1 you can have in Brawl. Dark Ritual, this and that. Just gonna get this on the field. It triggers once a turn. Open red mana. Ooh, Nightmare. Seems good. Think we just pass and see what they do? We're staring each other down. They have a Mountain and a Mines of Moria. Going into their turn 3. We have a Forest. No, we don't. Plain Swamp and Phyrexian Tower. Murex. That makes a little 1/1 Phyrexian Mites for 4. They play Palladium Mirror. 3 mana. 2/2. Tap for 2 colorless. Ramp. That should be deleted. Unfortunately, I don't have the means. So how do we get on the board? We play Invasion Reinforcements. We sack this token, because whenever you sack a permanent... Oh, it's during your turn. Ouch. Still gonna do it. Here's Bowmasters. Now averting Catacombs. Okay, that's a free sack. So we did miss out on 1/1 if we had sacked something during our turn with the tower. I don't know if that would change my mind about how to play that turn, to be honest. Gotta get used to the timing, though. So, we could play Eirdu this turn. Yeah, we could. Wow. Give me the Godless Shrine. We'll pay 2 life. Give me double black. Play Eirdu. So this is our turn 4. Right now we have Resolute Reinforcements, Orcish Bowmasters in Eirdu, and we can convoke an opposition agent at instant speed on the opponent's turn. The opponent has 3 lands and Palladium Mirrors, so they got 5 mana available with their land drop 6. Let's see what they can do, because yeah, Bowmasters, Resolute Reinforcements, 2 1/1s, and a 5/5 lifelink that can transform to give stuff persist is wowsy. And we have the Chthonian Nightmare in our hand and the tower on the battlefield. They play Ugin's Labyrinth. This could get them up to 7, but they don't have anything to exile for it. So 6 mana available. They play the Celestis. It's a rock. They play Blood Moon. Okay. My tower has been turned into a mountain, which is disappointing, but we are still opposition agenting. All right, we could transform Eirdu and give these things persist. The other thing we could do is cast the Aberrant Overlord. Our hand is Prismatic Vista, Nightmare Overlord. Nothing in the graveyard. Vista is a mountain. It's a good question, because I can sacrifice to Nightmare, but there's nothing in the graveyard now. The Blood Moon kind of got me because of the tower, which is wild. But I think Persist is so good against red, I'll take it. And there you go. Let's draw with the Clue, because it'll make a 1/1 if we do it on our turn. And hey, it's another Bloodland. Let's go. Look at us getting Blood Mooned out here. But we are attacking for lots. 10. Our opponent's at 15. We pass. We didn't cast a spell, so Celestis triggers and they get a loot and a life. Should have fetched a basic when I fetched the Godless Shrine. I thought about it too. Didn't think hard enough. I already had a basic Swamp and a basic Plains. All right, because of the loot, I get to trigger my Orcish Bowmasters to the face. Let's see what they do. If it's a board wipe, Persist means these are gonna come back. It's a Hedron Archive. I mean, they are ramping to the moon. They also dropped an Extinguisher Battleship in the graveyard. They just cast a 1 ring. Now I do have Bowmasters on the field. Trigger. Because my creatures have Persist, I could make more creatures by killing the reinforcements. It would come back and make another 1/1. Do I want more 1/1s? Death Trigger? Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't have anything for the Death Trigger yet. I don't have anything good to trigger off Sacrifice. I guess I'll go to the Mirror if I can somehow get them to draw 1 more card this turn. We could flip this and give Convoke again, but I think Persist is exactly where we want to be right now. Yeah, I should have killed the Resolute Reinforcements just to have something in the graveyard to do with Nightmare, and I failed, but don't worry about it. Decline. I'm giving my opponent a chance to block. They do not take it. All right, just run the Nightmare out. Nothing else to do with my mana. They're mono red. It's not gonna change much. Yep, but no creature in the graveyard means no target. So what I should have definitely done... Oh, they drew. Well, that kills the Mirror. But yeah, I guess it did work out for me. Earlier in the game, though, earlier in the turn, I really think I should have killed the reinforcements and then got it back with the Nightmare. Would have given me an opportunity to sacrifice. Nightmare's a little unwieldy sometimes, but it's the closest thing we have to the reoccurring Nightmare. An MTG boomer classic in every sense of the word. So Extinguisher Battleship does 4 damage to each creature, which when it enters, and it also destroys a non-creature permanent. The opponent could 100% get that with the Derevi. That said, my commander would survive, and my board, for the most part, would come back. Now, coming back with Persist for Bowmasters and Resolute Reinforcements just means they die again, but... Oppo Agent comes back. Also makes 1/1s, the Resolute Reinforcements, when it comes back. I think Blood Moon's funny because my opponent has as many lands turned off by it as I do. Ghost of War has been okay. Shatter Skull Smashing, just killing my commander. We could leave it there. We only have 3 energy. Not enough energy. Command Zone it is. So next turn, they probably want to get back the battleship. Shadowy Backstreet off the top. We've drawn 4 straight lands. Overlord is a flying 6/6. Scary enough to potentially end a game. You could also play the commander. Commander comes up 1 short of Overlord. Oh yeah. Can't cast Commander or Overlord because I have all red sources. That will probably cost me the game. This Blood Moon is going to beat me because I didn't get another white or black source with my fetch land. That said, the opponent is down to 6, and if they activate the 1 ring, they're going to go to 4 and then 2. So they don't. But they do have a Celestis trigger. It's a May, and they took it, which Orcish Bowmasters is right here. So that's your face. Specifically, I think we've drawn 5 straight non-basic lands. That is a tilt. Because now we can't cast our commander or the Abhorrent or Overlord no matter how many lands we have. The ring is whispering and the Bowmaster trigger is on the stack, and the opponent is either tanking or lagging. Seems like a very laggy day in the arena. Yeah, they're down to 5. They took the draw. That's 2 more Bowmaster triggers. Okay, I was lagging. I don't know what's going on. We dropped them to 3. Now the army is a 6/6. The battleship won't kill it. And the ring might kill them on their next turn. Well, they're at 3. They would go to 1. Here's Duretti. Are they sacking the ring? They're getting Extinguisher Battleship. 4 damage to each creature. Wipes out everything but the army. They kill Toils of War instead of the Nightmare. Wow. Are they going to crew this thing when there's a 6/6? There's no way. It feels like they're thinking about it, but also I'm lagging like crazy, so I don't know what's actually happening. They trash for treasure the 1 ring. That does not give them protection from everything. That is what we call a sus play. Woe Strider off the top. That is a castable card. And a sack outlet. Orcish Bowmasters is still in the graveyard. Chthonian Nightmares on the field. Attacking with the army trades with the Duretti, which I think we have to do. All right, Duretti down, army down. Whoa, Strider. Do we get back Bowmasters? It feels like Bowmasters. So that's what we'll do. Nerfed Bowmaster, still good. Then I'll play my shadowy Backstreet Mountain. Opponent will stare at their One Ring. And we'll see what happens next. Why'd they sack their Celestis, their source of life gain? I can't fathom that. They're at 3 life. They sacked the Celestis to get back the One Ring that didn't grant them protection. Some people just, they get addicted, man. Or maybe they did think. They might have very well thought that they got the protection. Goblin Engineer. More graveyard stuff. Do you know how much graveyard interaction I have? I have a good amount. Especially for a Brawl deck. I have not drawn any. So, Goblin Engineer enters. You may search your library. Should have gotten the Oppo Agent. For an artifact, put it into the graveyard, then shuffle. You never know how much work it's doing. Krang, Flying Trample, Indestructible Haste. Other artifact creatures have Flying Trample, Indestructible Haste. That is now in their graveyard. Here comes Duretti. Duretti's going to sack an artifact and get back a something. They sack the One Ring. They get Krang. Am I going to get attacked for 9 here? It looks like it. They could also crew the Battleship and make it a 10-10 trample. They do. So this, but they don't attack? Because they're at 3 and I'm at 27. So they leave 19 points of damage on the board. We got to draw the right cards. There's no other way. So I could sack the Scry, but that's, you know what? There's no. Oh, look, a Blood Moon land. I think we just lost this game, my friends. Go Blood Moon. Good stuff. Good Blood Mooning stuff. Yeah, that spiraled. I'm pretty sure we just win that game if I go get a Swamp. Or Plains. All right. This is some Saturday morning magic if ever I've played it. I am playing like trash. Let's fix it. Let's get one good one. I did not put Dark Ritual in my deck. Terra Herald of Hope. There is no way Terra Herald of Hope is going to Blood Moon me. So my lessons learned are useless. I will keep this hand. Ashnod's Altar, Invasion Reinforcements. Let's see if we can put something together. The Bajuka Bog we're going to try to hold because we're against Terra, Herald of Hope. This is always some kind of graveyard deck. Oh my god. Turn 1 Ragavan. How do they do it? Turn 1 Swords. How does he do it? But now no answer for the Terra. Cloud Shift and Ephemery in hand. Give me a pay 2 life Godless Shrine. I'll reinforce my invasion in a minute. Gemstone Caverns as their 3rd land means they can't cast Terra, but they do drop a Barrogoyf. Yikers, that should be in my deck. It should be in every deck. But I do have the Bajuka Bog. I can neutralize it a little. Gas Guzzler's a pretty good draw. All right, I'll drop the Guzzler, start my engines. I will attack with this token. The opponent has blocked it, which means they take a damage. Now, the reason that's effective is because I'm about to Bazooka Bog, and they have 1 damage marked. And it's still a 1-1. What? All graveyards. This is the one that's all graveyards. Of course it is. I knew that. Dude, Goyfs should be one or the other. Let's be real. All right, block here. Cloud Shift. I'm going to try to save the Ephemerate just in case they have removal. But that's how we keep their Goyf from happening and get them to attack with it. And they are stuck on mana. They don't have white. Send the token, send the Guzzler. We're going to move along. Those start your engines. Then we have a Dark Confidant. And we have a Windswept Heath. Fury. What a card. And what a perfect card to have right now to literally try to kill 4 creatures. I want to die. Let's see what's on top of our deck. Emptiness. Yeah, that feels right. But, I mean, this is a pretty good way to get something back. Also could kill the Barrowgoyf. Okay, we'll keep that, and we will ephemerate the invasion reinforcements. So that's a token block. Keep them from getting back Fury and wrecking our entire game forever. Ephemerate the reinforcements. Now we have more tokens. We draw Emptiness. I really want both modes because we're falling out of value. So I think we play Alter, say go. Because now we can even prevent the lifelink. They drew a starting town, it enters tapped. I've done my blink. Do I want the reinforcements in the graveyard? What am I getting with Emptiness? I think it has to be Dark Confidant here. Emptiness is not killing Barrowgoyf either. So it's gonna try to block it. All right, sack. My turn. Beza. Beza right now makes 4 life, no fish, draws card. Okay, let's attack. Sack reinforcements. Cast Emptiness. Full price. You get a discount, and then we get back. Is it Confidant? What's gonna block this stupid Barrowgoyf? I think it's reinforcements again. Yeah, we just need more Barrowgoyf blockers, but we have shrunk this thing down. So when they get another permanent type in the graveyard, we once again get to deal with it. It's not the threat it used to be. Yeah, that's even better because I can't escape it. Terra's coming. I think my door just got knocked on, but I am sorry, opponent. What a package for me. A Saturday package from sponsor CoolStuffInc.com. I'm very excited to see what's inside. Use promo code CGB5 on the site. It supports the channel. Oh my. Well, that starts to make the convoking stuff look good. Then I have 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Play that. Very interesting. We definitely want a flyer. A 3, 3. Do I attack with emptiness to get max speed for a creature that's not even alive? No. There's my commander. I play a commander. So we could play you. We can play you. 4 life, draw a card, but doesn't make creatures. Then I have a 4, 5, and Terra can fly. Oh hell, let's keep going. Sacrifice a goblin, lose 1, gain 1. Seems fun. And we have a bunch of mana. If I can get this on the persist side, crazy. Let's go. They probably won't let that happen. Oh, is that a solitude in your graveyard? I guess it is. If we can keep a board though, we'll see. Nice job flipping the solitude. You're such a pro. I do want the life. I do not need the mana. 5 mana commanders that just die to solitude. So sad. So do we want them? Do we want this barrel glyph? I think I just cast you again. Keep the thing that has persist with an ETB. We go again. All right, convoke. Beza. Beza. We're tied in life. Oops. But I do get to draw a damn card. Should have left the black creature up in case I drew in a Cursed Marauder. That would have been nice. Still, it would have just got the Barrowglyph. We want to play it when there's persist. They have, well, you did max speed me, but they have once again removed my commander. So there's that. Magic's a tough game, guys. Your 5 mana commander costs 9 before you know it. Honestly, that's why you can't play these if you don't win the game on the spot. Now, we did get pretty far ahead, but the opponent's catching up because they get like 2 mana solitudes. This time they mill 2 lands. If they had done that last time, this would have been easy mode. Should I have this card in my deck? Exile target player's graveyard. Humans gain hexproof and indestructible. Don't really care about the human synergy, but the graveyard hate's nice. Obviously, when you can recur it, it's better. Anyway, now we get Furied. Some of the most embarrassing stuff. Goblin. 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 These nuts. I've been Furied for 3 creatures and 4 creatures in this game. I should just resign. A Grand Abolisher. Well, hey, Cauldron Familiar. Now we just need the oven. We have a lot of ways to get the cat. Like 2 ways to get the oven. The thing is, the cat's never supposed to be like just bad. Could sack these to cast my commander, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna quit. Deck's too bad, guys. It can't face actual removal, and I'm playing it like trash. But Eirdu, Carry of Dawn, we got to see the convoking just a little. Let's go. Why not? Why not? What are you? Well, we got a black-white when we came for mono-black. That's a little oopsie. What do you do? What do you do? Flying lifelink. Creatures have Convoke. Sounds like tokens. You can flip it. Each other non-token creature has Persist. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay white. If you do, transform. Well, it's definitely a chance to make whole hand go vomit when you can Convoke like that. How do we pay it off? What do we get here? What's going on? Okay, lots of enters. It's life gain. We can definitely gain a lot of life. And then it has lifelink itself. It's a Baneslayer Angel all on its own. Can we transfer all those little creatures we make into the card draw? Then they have Persist, so they come back. So this could be Aristocrats tokens, because we could play like Blood Artist effects and sacrifice outlets and sack all of our creatures. And then some of them come back. Yeah. Okay, so go wide, gain life, drain opponent, sacrifice. A little bit of everything. Oh God, that's gonna be some work. Well, we'll start with the 1-mana spells that make this format go burr. So give me the Guide of Souls. We'll also try the Ocelot Pride, even though it's nerfed into oblivion, along with some of the really rude creatures like Esper Sentinel, Opposition Agent, Bowmasters, Dothy. Like, yeah, let's get those in there. Dark Confidant seems really good. Let's go with... When are they going to give us the classic? I want the OG art. All right. But yeah, creatures that go wide. We also need Mother of Runes. We want these two. Come on in, guys. You protect what is going on. But then we need creatures that enter and make creatures. Enters, create, token. Something like that. So I'll play the Landing. I think that's for sure. It's potentially ramp in our Orzhov deck, so we like that. Let's see, but it should be a creature that enters, right? Because creature spells have Convoke? Yes. So as much as possible, we want cards like... Like you? No. I'm not going down. I almost said I'm not going down a rabbit hole. I am cooked. This Invasion Reinforcements. Resolute Reinforcements. Staff of the Storyteller would be so good if this were like a proper tokens deck, but it's not. It's not a tokens deck. It's not a tokens deck. It is a go wide deck. How about you? When this or another cat enters, I think that's a little too narrow. We can do better. Blade Splicer, heck yes. When this enters, create a food. When you gain life for the first time, create a cat. Seems very possible that this does good stuff. So stupid though. Look how dorky this card is. But like, I'm kind of vibing with it because there's multiple combos where it could pop a bit. Then we have Hanged Executioner. That makes a spirit. Mage's Attendant. It's not bad either. Proud Parent just makes a Vigilant Cat. I think I can do better than these things, but I'm not positive. This is another token card. Got to be careful not to go full token. But we do... Oh yeah, Evangelist is a very good one. Toby's a very good one. Skyclave is probably just going to end up in the deck because of other cards we put in. Airbending all those and casting them again seems a little bonkers. Beza makes goes wide, kinda. We're looking for more creatures that just make more creatures, but this is probably not good enough. We would like them to have some pizzazz. Like a lot of these just make extra body that sucks. So that's not quite what we want. For each creature in your party, what are you? You're probably, you're an elemental god. Yeah. Yeah, not quite a party animal. Yeah, experience Aang. Not really. Regal Caracol though, there you go, right? That's the kind of thing we're talking about. There probably won't be as many of those as I want though. Limvala. Sanctuary Warden seems really good. Limvala used to be good, oh my god. Mistmoors for sure. What do you do? This creature attacks dinosaur. I'm not reading that. All right, creature spells have convoke. So adversary seems like the kind of BS you want to get up to. Blood Mage is utility. The Fire Nation Occupation. That's for a different deck, but man, this card is like CEDH playable. Yeah, we can do a Rat King, just something cranking out tokens all the time. Oh, I only did Enters create token, but like Bitter Bloom Bearer is something I need to add. I remember this Brush Stroke. Good card. Did they nerf it? Now I don't remember. I'm gonna take it just so I don't forget it. But yeah, it's definitely like a Blood Artist card. And again, I don't play many alchemy cards just because there are other cards I really want to play. But I don't hate them. Just don't play them too much. That seems like the kind of card we want. Are we a Grave Titan deck? We kind of are. I mean, that is how that works. Devotion to Black. Hey, that's pretty charming big old monster. I mean, the fact that we get to play some of these cards is exciting. When you sack a permanent during your turn, create a 1/1 ally. Well, you know, fetch lands exist, so I actually think that card might be very good. And hand perpetual, this and that. Oh, I never crafted this card, huh? That doesn't sound right, but there you go. A very good alchemy card. I don't think this is the deck for it. It's not far. It's close to being the deck for it. Bitter Bloom Bearer. Let me get, and I'll get Bitter Blossom in there. Why not? Things that make 1/1s all the time. Now, Skrell's Hive does too, but they can't block. And in my experience, that means it sucks. Quite frankly. Give me the farm animals. I really like this card. It's grown on me so much. Do I get to run like can I be an ephemerate deck? Do I have enough enters to be an ephemerate deck? I do want Recruiter of the Guard because I think this just goes everywhere. We do want evoke cards. This evokes when this leaves the battlefield, return target creature card power 1 or less from graveyard to the battlefield. I think that's really good with Persist. This emptiness card seems very interesting as well with Persist. And then of course these elementals, kind of insane. This spell costs 2 less if it targets mana value 3 or less. Hop to it is like 3 bodies, so that when you cast this, you can play another spell that turn. I don't know how far I'm supposed to lean into all of that, though. It seems like a little bit much every time I go a little further. I definitely want to run like Ephemerate and Cloud Shift. Anytime I'm running like my Evoke Elementals, along with Reanimate and Rebirth. Did they make the right Reanimate art available yet? I mean, that's sick, but no, they did not. Not the classic, not the original. All right, we want swords. Did I add the Blood Artist? Okay, these are our swords options. They're all kind of... I'm not gonna lie. I don't like any of them that much. I'll go with this one. Thoughtseize. Because why wouldn't you run at least a Thoughtseize? And then we start getting into the like, I'm sure I missed this card, and I'm sure I missed that card. What are the cards we can own? You know what? What artifacts are we missing here? I don't think I even need to be like a one ring deck. Or something that's just cheap, 2 bodies. I think we can run Springleaf Drum. Look how cheap every card is. There you are. This is Brawl. We can run the old drum. And what else? Oh yeah, tutors. We have Enlightened Tutor. Good card. And I put it in before I even asked if I have good enchantments and artifacts to find. I mean, Tools of War, if I have a fetch land, very good. Sanguine Brushstroke, very good. We also need more Sacrifice. So, what does that? I think my favorites are Witch's Oven. Ooh, that reminds me though. I want that. So, we can run a few things here. So, Oven can be a sack outlet. I also like Altar Dementia. Is one of my favorite cards in the format. But then we can run Cauldron Familiar. Oh, it's nerfed. God, that hurts. I hate that. That's it. It's a, you know, life goes on. Can't have it all, I guess. Too good for historic, whatever. But we can actually tutor it very easily in this deck. We have the Ranger of Eos and the Ranger Captain of Eos, which is pretty sick. And then sacrificing creatures. I still don't think there's a Viscera Seer, right? Not even sure how to spell Viscera perfectly, but there's still no Viscera Seer. So we do need Umbra Collar, Zealot. That's you. And man, there is not a 1-mana card that just lets you sacrifice a creature, right? Sacrifice a creature. And by that I consistently, not like village rights. Sacrifice? Sacrifice? Yep, there it is. A creature. Because, man, that card would still be very good. What is it, like Ring of Gix and some of those cards that exist? Sacrifice 3 clerics. Yeah, I still don't think this card is real. I don't even think they'd put it in alchemy. They're not that crazy, right? Right? I mean, Guzzler's pretty good. This is probably a deck that can max speed. And then the sacrifice itself for mana is a pretty interesting card, but I don't know. Don't know about all that. I wonder if the easy mode on this might be a Shadowborn Apostles deck. It can convoke out more Shadowborn Apostles. And then when you flip it and sack them to get a demon, they all come back and you sack them and go get another demon, and that's fire. Wow. Okay. Give me the Accursed Marauder. We have almost no removal in our pile and it's almost done. Give me the Nightmare. So yeah, we're kind of at the end already, and I don't feel like the deck is that close to being right. But I do love just getting to go play games. Basic lands. They're so good, aren't they? Don't we just love them? No, nobody loves them. Everybody hates them. Thank you. That's true. Let's go Temple. What kind of lands do you even play here? Encampment seems pretty good for a sacrifice deck. Henge doesn't seem important. The Bog, you'd be amazed how often this card is good. So I'm going to add it, and we're probably going to run Urza's Cave because I run it in just about everything. Castle Locthwain is rarely bad, but especially with a fetch land mana base. Arashan City could be untapped and make 1/1s out of graveyards. Why wouldn't we do that? That seems very good. We could have Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It's kind of free-ish graveyard hate. Don't think we're a desert deck, but we're definitely a Phyrexian tower deck. We could be a Realm of Co deck. It's very expensive, but we could be in a control matchup. Spymaster's Vault seems good in this deck. Secundi might be very good in this deck. I could see us using a Secundi. Give me a Takenuma almost always. Abbey seems very good in this deck. So we got some utility land going on, which is important. We needed that. Agadeem's Awakening also seems good. But man, we are already getting down to it. I guess I have more basics I could cut. Fell the Profane, too expensive. Trawler. I mean, it's fetchable. I guess I'll add it as well. Plenty of free-ish graveyard hate. So for the lands, like these are good lands. They're very good lands, but I think I need to run the fetch land mana base into the ground here. Because I added Toils of War. And then we have some creature lands, which I always find really good in Brawl, although very bad in Commander. Ancient Tomb. Creature lands often win games of Brawl just by powering up once the one player is running low on resources and their commander costs like 12 mana. Although I don't know how we're going to do that. We have no removal. Give me a cavern and everything. Give me a command tower. Is this a Raise the Past deck? Do I have no Sephiroth? Okay, well, you know, guys, the best Blood Artist of all time isn't in my deck. That's great. Love that for me. I think I will add that. I'm actually going to... No, I'll keep the lands. There's still a chance they get you over the finish line. Beautiful desert. But I don't think so. I think we'll fill our mana base out just fine. Yep, everything that gets a plains, everything that gets a swamp. Gemstone Caverns gets played a lot. High Market. This is a high market deck. Sacrificing your creatures to get the value. There's Marsh Flats, our true duel. Misty gets nothing. Passage, Mutavault, just awesome creature land. Not a lot of reasons not to run it. I feel like Nykthos could do work, but I also feel like it could miss entirely and do nothing at all and just make my mana bad. Polluted Delta, Prismatic Vista, Reflecting Pool, probably a good land. Since we're fetching like a Shadowy Backstreet or a Godless Shrine every chance we get. Could run Starting Town. Not going to do that. Citadel, no. We're getting to the end. We're getting to the end with who still goes in? It's freaking Turtle Lair. Why didn't they add the rest of the lands? I know they're programmed for Arena. Like somewhere in here is Exotic Orchard. Can we just have it? Why are you holding out on us? Wizards. Wizards! I don't approve of you. Sometimes. I even made a video about it. Okay. Is probably as low as I can afford to go on basics with all the fetch lands I am running. I mean, we could try going to 3 and 3. It is scurry. So then it's like, I still want to cut another land, maybe 2. I guess I am going to cut the Fortress and the Vent just because we are not a grind deck. I don't think I can drag my opponent into a battle of resources, then power up my creature land and win the game. Build a better deck for me. Let me know. What did I do wrong in the video? Leave me comments. I do read them sometimes. And thank you very much to everybody who stays to the end. Best thing you can do to help the channel. As always, you're cool.